friends, and welcome back to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If this is your first time here, hello, welcome. My name is Crystal and I am so excited that you are here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all of my future crafty videos, and any of the products or the links that I mentioned in this video I will put in that description box down below. So today I am working on week 15 Project Life, which was this past week and happened to be the week of Easter this year. So I pulled out my Ali Edwards April Stories by the Month kit. This is from 2020, the physical kit. And I am going to be using up a bunch of the journaling cards and filler cards and also a bunch of the embellishments from that kit. So I have already gone ahead and filled in my journaling cards. I decided this time to keep things fairly easy and just handwrite in my journaling. I don't always do that because I'm not like a super big fan of my handwriting, but whatever, it's okay. I think our handwriting still deserves to be in our memory books anyway, so I left it in. So this time it is handwritten in. And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and put you guys on fast forward, get this spread put together, and then we'll come back and close it up here at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, so this spread is going to come together crazy fast because I'm not doing anything really complicated this week, just adding embellishments and stickers and those wood veneers to a couple of the pictures here. So the first thing I'll do is start on the left-hand side. This is usually my plan of action. A lot of this I have pre-planned, like I already have my journaling done and I already know where my pictures are going to go. And I also have a general idea of which chipboard pieces I want to put on this page and where I want them to go. So that decision making is really quick in this video because some of it's already pre-planned. Now, I wanted to figure out a way to add my week number and my dates to these cards. And since my title card up there is a quote, it's almost too busy to put the week stuff on. So instead, I have that April Memories bright pink card. And I also, by the way, I specifically pulled a lot of the brighter colors for this week with the grays because when I get to the other side where I talk more about Easter, the Easter card is a light gray, but I really wanted to stick to more bright, bold colors. So you're going to see that the cards I have, for the most part, are a bit brighter. So I pulled out my label stickers. These ones are from Studio Calico. They are the Color Theory. They're super awesome because they're like a paper label. I only have, I think, 3 colors, and I definitely need to get more. So I stamped my 2 dates on that sticker, and I picked that one specifically because I think I had taken it off to try it on something else, and then I put it down wonky, so I just figured why not use that one, and then the rest of the sticker sheet is nice. I also had an older chipboard set. To be honest, I don't even know where it's from. It might have been Studio Calico from like a mystery kit. Anyway, it was like a winter themed kit, and it had this chipboard piece on it that says "Let's Stay In," and it was like a more springy blue color. So it worked. Like it works in a winter spread, but it also works in a spring spread, and the sentiment couldn't be any more timely. So I did put that underneath the April Memories. Now you're going to notice that every single picture I have for this spread is a 3x4. And I'm not using page protectors that are only 3x4. I always use Design A. It's just my favorite one. So it's got the four 6x4 spots and then the 4 3x4 spots. So for the pockets that are supposed to be the bigger photos, the 6x4 photos, what I'm going to do is create like a little centerpiece that I can attach my 2 3x4 photos to so that they will fit in those pockets. If I had been thinking when I was printing these out, what I should have done was to just put the right photos next to each other and then printed those out, and I would not have had to cut them in half. Now, I was not thinking, and not a single picture that goes into the 4x6 spots did I print correctly. So all of them had to be cut in half, and so all of them have to be pieced back together. Now, since sometimes when I trim my photos out, if I adhere them directly side by side, they may not actually fit in the pocket. Like, there's usually a tiny little bit of gap in between them, because that is where the fuse line is in those like 3x4 pockets. So when I put them back together, I used another 6x4 journaling card to I used it as a template in order to make sure that my photos were adhered at that correct sizing. Most of them, there is no gap in between them really, but I think there might be one or two where there's a gap. Okay, so let's get back to this embellishing part. So on this one, I put the word, it's a wood veneer that came in this kit, which I don't know if I mentioned. I think I did, that I'm using the Allie Edwards Story by the Month kit from April. So that wood veneer was included in that kit, and it says routines, which I liked because I also have the card, the journaling card on this page that says routines. And what I journaled about on that card is creating a new routine of playing with different paint or mixed media mediums for my 100-day project, and also having Izzy join me. So what we have been a new routine for us has been to get up in the morning and paint a page right after we have breakfast, because usually Jonah's taking his sweet time eating breakfast. So then we paint, he eats, and it's been really fun. You guys, I don't know anything about watercoloring, which is the first medium that we're working with. I don't know anything about it, and so I'm using this 100-day project thing what should I say, like challenge, as a way to learn more about these mediums that I don't know so much about through practice and experimentation. So it's been really fun. So that's what those 3 photos down in that bottom left corner are. One of them is of Izzy painting, and then it's her holding up the painting that she was working on, and me holding up a painting that I was working on that day. So that's what I wrote about on that routines card. Up at the top of the page, I have 2 other photos up there. One of them is from a game night that we had. My mom sent us this new game. It's not a new game, but it's new to us, called Zingo. It's kind of like bingo, but with a Z. And it's a bingo game that's super kid friendly. So it's got these like tiles that you draw, and they have images on them, and you have to call them out in order to put them on your board. And it was super fun. And Izzy super liked it. I think she won twice and I won once, and poor Erin didn't win at all. And then the other picture next to it is from a night where Erin made homemade tortillas. So my husband is half Mexican. So his Mexican side of the family makes tortillas and homemade Mexican food all the time. But they have not really passed those recipes on to us. Some of them, yes, but not all of them. And tortillas is one that we don't have. So we looked up a recipe on Google and made that, and they turned out really, really yummy. So we made... what do we make? We made chicken quesadillas, which I do freezer meals. So it was like a crock pot chicken quesadilla mixture. And we did that on top of homemade tortillas, and it was delish. So this page I'll skip to for pictures now. This was all from the day before Easter and Easter. So here in Michigan, it was dark and dreary and rainy and gross on Easter Sunday. So we planned to do our egg hunt the day before on Saturday. Now, we do have neighbors that live, like our backyard butts up to theirs, and they have a son who is a year younger than Izzy. So we did our Easter egg hunts at the same time, ours in our backyard and theirs in their backyard, but it was like a way of doing an activity for the kids without the kids actually interacting. They just like could see each other from our backyards and like talk about the eggs that they had found. So it was really fun. We got Jonah in on it, so he got to find all the orange eggs, and Izzy got to find all the pink and purple eggs, and our neighbor had like the rest of the colors, and they had a really good time with it. It was nice to do something social yet socially distanced. And then on Sunday, I just have the one picture of Izzy holding up this little bunny figurine that she got from one of our neighbors. Then the rest of this journaling, I talk about spring cleaning, which technically we haven't really spring cleaned our house yet. We just kind of reorganized our basement to make it more functional, especially since Aaron and I are both working from home. It just needed to be a little less cluttered down here in order for us to feel like we could get some work done. And then I talk about doing Easter different this year on that little story card. And then the last one is just a list of things that happened this week. So as you guys can see, this one was really easy. I literally just put on some wood veneer, put on some chipboard stickers, layered up some of those cardstock circles, and pretty much called this thing done. You can now see those last two pictures, which is just Aaron and I trying on some masks that my mom made us. And you can also see quickly before we get to me slowing you guys back down that I added the week 15 right above routines. All right, you guys, so that finishes up this spread. It turned out super good. It was really easy to put together because I kept it fairly simple this time. I like all of these spring colors, and I'm also really glad that I was able to use up almost all of the Easter themed cards and ephemera pieces because, you know, I don't want to hold on to those until next year. I wanted to get them down and used on a page, so I'm super glad that I was able to get that done. I also am happy with my decision to only print the 3x4 photos this week because I had a lot of really good ones and I didn't want to leave anything out. So that worked for me to just go ahead and print them all 3x4 and just have a really photo heavy spread this week. Anyway, I hope you guys all had a great Easter weekend as well. Staying home, I know it was really different for everyone. And hopefully your kids, if they're little, were still able to have a visit from the Easter Bunny. And yeah, I hope you guys had a really nice weekend last weekend. All right, so that's going to do it. I will let you guys go. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I will see you tomorrow for Story Kit Crush. And until then, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye now.